All right, shoulder series with a dowel, PVC pipe, a broom, even the end of a rake. What I found works really well for this position is by pulling one leg up and straightening out your arms so that your arms are straight while the bar is in the crook of your hips. From this position, you can always work your hands in for increased difficulty or out to ease some of the pressure off of your shoulders. For the first movement here, we're just going to be creating a martini glass, going all the way overhead and stretching out the front sides of my shoulders and the top sides. What I want to avoid is reaching my head forward as I'm doing this movement. It may feel like I'm adding increased stretch, but it's actually doing more damage in the long run. So, martini glass, feel a big stretch, coming back down. I'm then going to tip the martini glass left and right, alternating sides from the very top. All right, so at the hips, alternating sides. I also have this nice triangle that my arm and the bar make as I go overhead, and I switch left and right. The next one is around the world. Around the world is a continuation of our tipping martini glass. So I'm going to tip the martini glass, go all the way around to the back side of my body. I'm then going to lead with the other arm overhead, returning to my start. So in a full motion, we have tip, behind the body, above the body, return to start. We're going to go the opposite way and flow, making sure I'm staying nice and loose and limber through this movement. I don't want to stay very restricted or firm as I do this. My body is supposed to be loosening up. You can then go full pass-throughs. You may need to widen your hands for getting that bar all the way overhead and back, or PVC dislocates, shoulder dislocates. Then I'm going to take that bar, put it out in front of my arm. So an elbow out in front, that bar is going to come on the outside of that arm, reaching with an open palm toward the ceiling until I can grip that bar. I'm then going to pull across my body as my shoulder gets twisted. What I want to feel is a stretch on the back side of the shoulder as I'm doing this rotation. Switching sides, elbow forward, palm to the ceiling, bar goes on the outside of that elbow into the grip, pulling across the body, creating a stretch to the back side of the shoulder. A couple more for loosening up the back and the shoulders. Grabbing that bar, putting it out in front of you, twisting to one side and dipping down, twisting to the other side and dipping down. You can also dip the opposite way, opening up, away, opening up, away. So you can rotate, hand down, rotate, hand down, or you can rotate, hand goes up, rotate to where the hand goes up. I also like to use this movement for driving rotation into the chest or into the thoracic spine that often gets very tight and restricted. I'm going to use a palm up grip, reaching that bar back, switching the other side. This one, I want to think about keeping my feet planted on the ground as I drive one chest and one arm back. And there you have it. You don't have to do every single exercise in this series or this circuit, but you may find one or two that really stick out as beneficial for you. It may be just as simple as taking that bar and going overhead and feeling a chest stretch and feeling a shoulder stretch, or it may even be, hey, let me tip that martini glass left and right and spill some of that martini out on the floor. I want to open up those shoulders. All right? Have fun with this one.